Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me directly, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. The Vacheron Constantin Harmony Collection arrived in 2015. For 2016, it gained a number of variants in a lovely 37mm tonneau case size. This is one of those watches. This is the Harmony Dual Time 37. In rose gold, it is the most wearable of Harmony Dual Time models, measuring 37 millimeters across by 46.4 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip, 11.3 millimeters thick with a space between the lugs of 21 millimeters. Throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist and you can see it is not petite. The standard sized watch is a little bit large. I would even say it's downright enormous by dress watch standards. This is the best match for contemporary tastes and a better portrayal of the early 20th century tonneau form. The watch sits low and will easily slide underneath the dress cuff. You can see from side to side down the barrel of my wrist, it's nowhere near the edge, so I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you can see Vacheron does not cheat you, including a double deployant rose gold clasp, Maltese cross motif inside the logo of the brand with a combination of polish and media blasting. This clasp is your protection against accidentally dropping the watch. Maltese cross motif on the buckle as well. The strap is a reddish medium brown large rectangular scale alligator leather with a monotone stitch. You can see it has a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather. It has a semi-gloss finish, and on the underside you can see it is double gaiter, as this Vacheron factory strap uses a feature increasingly common on ultra haute de gamme watches. Gaiter on both sides, more expensive, but making for a longer lasting strap. You can see the watch featuring a high polished finish wears these lines better than in the larger sizes, as this could quickly become bulbous and overpowering, especially as it is a lot of very traditional colored gold. But the rose gold, being a more youthful choice than yellow, is a nice match for the mid-size case. This watch wears warm, handsome, and endearing. You can also see that the lugs, well, the case itself is rather bulbous and voluminous. The lugs are beautifully tapered, coming to sharp points. It is a graceful thing, and the grace dawns on you the more you look at it in profile. You can see that the bezel has been stepped up from the primary case, but it too actually swells in its centers and then tapers to points at the four corners of the watch. So there's a lot to love about the subtlety of this design. You have a Vacheron Constantin vintage style crown with a Maltese cross logo, externally sapphire crystal, and an opaline or soft matte silver dial base. You can see the sub-registers for AM, PM, and second time zone. They are sunken in, and they have a concentric grained pattern. We have rose gold hands at center and a rose gold applique logo, a railroad-style minutes and seconds track outboard, then black lacquered transferred Art Deco font numerals. I would even go so far to say that these numerals are slightly more Art Nouveau than Art Deco. They are the movement that preceded Art Deco. Taking a quick look at the dual time function, this is a hacking seconds watch. A lot of high horology movements do not include hacking seconds. Puzzling, but common. This watch does include stop seconds. Now, it also allows you to set everything in sync, setting both time zones in sync, or pulling the crown out to its first detent, you can change the local time. So what you do is you set the reference time zone first, and then you set the local time zone second, and you have that 24-hour day-night distinction for that second time zone. Taking a quick look at the case back of the watch, it is worthy of the Poinçon de Genève, the Geneva hallmark. Now, since mid-2012, the Geneva hallmark has been a standard for the finish and quality of the full watch, not just the movement, which is why you will see the Geneva stamp on both the movement and the case itself. The rotor is 22 karat and cut on a rose lathe, so it's a guilloche cut. You can see outboard it has a satin finish. The lettering polished, and then there is that guilloche cut inboard with beveling on the edge. So there are four different finishes on this rotor. In fact, there's an extra one, media blasting, in the channel between the guilloche and the outer satin. And yes, it's 22 karat mass, not 21, not 18 karat, and certainly not tungsten, all the ways other brands attempt to make watches cheaper. We have unlubricated ceramic bearings here. Well, half ceramic, the race is steel, the balls are ceramic. For efficiency in winding, a 40-hour power reserve, 27 joules, 5-position high horology adjustment, 5 positions being the standard you'll see on high horology watches, as well as on chronometers. The watch beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and because you do see that Geneva hallmark finish, not just the stamp itself, but the self-evident qualities of high horology finish. Self-evident, the Quote de Genève, laid down by abrasive wheel, not by stamping, the engine turning on the base plate, the black polishing on the screw heads, the chamfering of their slots and circumference, the black polishing on the regulator structures adjacent to the balance, and of course the mirrored anglage that you will find on the edge of the bridges, laid down manually, not done with a milling wheel, satination on the wheels, and beautifully executed. All of this 30 meters water resistant, and once again, the most wearable of the Harmony case sizes. Reach out to T. Masso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.